কেটে দিতে মনে হয়
মনে হবে ফোন করছে কেন
একসাথে যেতে পারতাম আমরা ওই ইয়ে চলে গেছে না
সারো
সারা
Very sorry. You two guys at the front, can you move in behind?
You guys?
Yeah. No, I have a microphone point there.
Oh.
You see the point for the microphone? I think there's a... Yes.
Yes.
So if you can move in behind.
Okay.
Me or she?
Yes, move in here. Yeah.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Then, how can I shoot the video? Fun.
Sorry. See what I'm talking about? My microphone goes on there.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. If I sit
You can sit there if you want. You can sit beside me, yeah?
তুমি পিছনে যাও ওকে বসতে দাও ওকে যাও যাও যাও
উনি দাঁড়াবো না No, that's so.
Okay, you want me in?
Okay.
You want me in there? I'll sit in there. I need to sit here and here.
Oh, okay, go. Can I sit here?
Yeah, if you want to sit beside me, yeah?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, welcome to the Edinburgh tour in a brown bus. I'm sorry for the complication. Colin is my name. I'm your guide for the next 70 minutes. The driver of the day is Raymond. You're in very safe hands with Raymond as the driver because Raymond is the best driver in the fleet. Or so he tells me. Now this tour takes 70 minutes from start to finish. The bad news, if you stay on for 70 minutes, you have to listen to me for 70 minutes. If you don't want to do that, you can go off any of the pre-arranged stops, Edinburgh Castle, etc. And if you do that, you go more than 12 minutes away. These buses are going every 12 minutes, from 9 in the morning till 6 in the evening. Welcome to Edinburgh. Edinburgh has been described as a city of striking beauty and intelligence. Regrettably, that is not a description that applies to your tour guide today. As you're about to find out, I am an aging tour guide. Bit forgetful, do my best. Right, I don't know whether you know Edinburgh. Edinburgh is very much a city of contrasts. And it's very easy. The main contrast in Edinburgh is old and new. Old Town we're coming to, where the castle is, New Town on your right hand side, where we are now. It's a very good tour, the Edinburgh tour. I'm not just saying that because you guys are on it, and because I'm the guide. It is a good tour because it does Old Town and New Town. We start in the New Town, over to the Old Town where the castle is. We spend most of the time over the Old Town, and then we come back. We finish in the New Town. There's another reason why this is a very good tour. You've chosen the best tour. The Edinburgh tour, which is normally the green and yellow bus, the Edinburgh tour is the only city centre tour with a live guide. All the rest have got headphones. The advantage of the bus is with the headphones, you can switch them off. No such luck for you guys. Normally in the green bus, I'm sitting going backwards, facing everybody. I'm having to use this seat here. So the good news for you, you don't see me from behind, but you still hear me. So if you want off anywhere, I can't see what's going on behind. So if you want off anywhere, I'll announce you to stop. So the same for the people downstairs. Downstairs hearing me all right? Yes? Yeah. Yes. If you want off anywhere, upstairs or downstairs, any of the stops, shout or there's buttons I think too for pressing. Shout or press the buttons to, because I can't see. I can normally see what's happening. How's that?
Sounds good.
Anyone heard about the Scotsman who was up in court? The judge said to him, "You're up here for excessive drinking." The Scotsman said, "Good, let's get started." Okay, we're coming down onto Princess Street. That's the old town in front of us. If you can see past the Walter Scott Monument, you're looking at the largest monument anywhere in the world to an author, dedicated to Sir Walter Scott. If you've heard of Sir Walter Scott, anyone heard of him? He was before our time. He was the world's first celebrity author. He absolutely dominated world fiction in the 1800s. His claim to fame, Sir Walter Scott, he was the originator of the historical novel. Such a thing did not exist until Sir Walter Scott arrived on the scene. He wrote the Waverley novels. You may have heard of some of them. Rob Roy, Ivanhoe, Heart of Midlothian. Listen, these books by Sir Walter Scott are as readable now as when he wrote them 200 years ago. So when you go back home, go to your library, look for the Waverley novels by Sir Walter Scott. As I say, they're as readable now as when he wrote them 200 years ago. We're coming down onto Princess Street, the main street. In the beginning, there was nothing here where the new town is. This was all grassland or moorland. However, by the late 1700s, the old town over there became a slum. That was a slum. The worst slum in Europe. Something had to be done, so the new town was built. The old town dates back forever, back to the 8th or 9th centuries, whereas the new town here developed only from 1750 onwards. The old town we're coming to, traffic lights permitted, the old town we're coming to is called the medieval old town for obvious reasons. Whereas the new town here is called the Georgian New Town. For not so obvious reasons, the new town is called the Georgian New Town because it was built by and large during the reign of King George III, who reigned from 1760 to 1820. By the way, I hope you're remembering all this stuff for the question and answer session at the end of the tour. I'm being recorded. Am I being recorded? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Bangladesh.
Sorry?
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
We're from
Do you know
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh?
Sorry?
Do you know about Bangladesh?
Do I know?
Yeah. Do you know about Bangladesh?
Not very much.
They are
No.
good in cricket. Very good in cricket. They are playing cricket very good.
Is that very good?
Yeah.
There's a family. I know a Bangladeshi family here.
Sheikh Hasina, Bangabandhu, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman.
Okay, we're coming down onto Princess Street. We're turning right onto Princess Street. Everyone recognises Prince Street. It's the main street. But as well as being the main street, for all intents and purposes, Prince Street separates the old town on your left from the new town on your right. So no matter where you are in Edinburgh, you can relate where you are to Princess Street. South of Prince Street on your left, old town. North of Prince Street on your right, new town. Princess Street Gardens on your left. The Prince Street Gardens run the whole length of Prince Street, 1 mile in length. 35 acres of gardens run the whole length of Prince Street. They're only broken up in the art galleries here, but they continue on the other side. No other capital city in Europe can boast having gardens along the main street. And these gardens are open to the public and free of charge to enter. Prince Street Gardens start again here. What do you see on your left hand side? You see a castle up there. That is a castle, unlike some lesser attempts. Edinburgh Castle up there on your left hand side. There's been a place of refuge up there for 3,000 years, as far back as the Bronze Age, 850 BC, and it's been fortified as a castle since 1100 AD. The first metro stop in the tour is for Edinburgh Castle. We'll be up there in about 10 minutes.
নাও যাবে না
New town on your right, old town on your left. See the statue on the left hand side there? A statue to Dr. James Young Simpson. Anyone heard Dr. Simpson's statue there on the left? Anyone heard of Dr. Simpson? He transformed the whole world of medicine because in 1847 Dr. Simpson identified the anesthetic qualities of chloroform, which made things very much easier for surgeons of the time and indeed since. Made things easier for patients as well. Dr. Simpson, the pioneer of anesthesia, chloroform. It's an interesting story. He was an obstetrician. He'd been trying for years to get an effective anesthetic for women giving birth. He didn't invent chloroform, it existed before, but what he'd been trying to do was get an effective anesthetic. He was experimenting with a lot of different drugs to try and get an anesthetic. One day he was experimenting with chloroform, and he found it knocked him out big style. Just as well he did not take too much of it, or he might never have derived the benefits of chloroform. Okay, we're turning left into the old town. This is the new town on your right. If you stay on with me for the next hour or so, we'll finish up in the new town. But now we'll go over to the old town, where all the history is. Edinburgh Castle, Holyrood Palace, Royal Mile, etc.
না কথা বলো
হ্যাঁ হ্যালো
The Caledonia Hotel on the right hand side. Stop two here, any takers? The Caledonia Hotel on the right hand side, a 5-star hotel in Edinburgh. Gets its name, the Caledonian, from the Latin word for Scotland, Caledonia. You see in front of the bus here a round castellated tower. You see it on your left there? It was built in the early 1800s. It had to be, because a guard had to go into that tower to guard the graveyards down there. Because there's a thriving trade in these days. Body snatchers used to go down into the graveyard, steal the bodies, preferably the newly buried ones, take them up to Professor Robert Knox at the Edinburgh Medical School, who would pay them up to £20 for each body for medical research purposes. £20 a massive sum in these days, when the annual wage of a man was only £15. And here they were getting £20 for one body. Why were they doing it? There was a shortage of bodies for medical research purposes in these days, and ordinary bodies could be used for people being hanged in public. So the body snatchers very readily and very profitably assisted, fulfilled the shortage. The passing of the Anatomy Act in 1834 put a stop to that dreadful activity. Okay, we're turning left soon, turn to the left here for Edinburgh Castle. Edinburgh Castle is at the top of the Royal Mile, the most famous street in Edinburgh. We're coming to the top section of the Royal Mile where Edinburgh Castle is. Why is it called the Royal Mile? It's called the Royal Mile, believe it or not, because it's 1 mile in length. And the Royal Mile just connects two royal palaces. Edinburgh Castle at the top, we're coming to Holyrood Palace at the bottom. Okay, we're along here and turn left. We're along here and turn turn left, as soon as we turn left, Edinburgh Castle comes into view. Edinburgh Castle, the barracks on the left, the castle on the right. Edinburgh Castle, there it is, the imposing, world-famous stronghold that dominates the Edinburgh skyline from its vantage point on top of an extinct volcano. It used to be a royal residence, it used to be a large military garrison, it used to be a prison. It's none of these now. Edinburgh Castle is purely a tourist attraction, and it is in fact the second most popular tourist attraction in Britain after the Tower of London. And these rocks in which the castle is built, believe me, these rocks were an active volcano. 300